morning. It's 9 a.m. on a Wednesday, and let's start this week's vlog. Let's get into it. Actually, today is gonna be a tough day, and this week is gonna be a tough week because today is Wednesday. My work contract that was supposed to end January 10th has been moved up to this Friday, which is not the 10th of January, and so it feels a bit like a layoff. It feels a bit stressful. I feel a bit worried. However, this is my last few days going into the office, so I'm just gonna do it and then move on to something else. So intermission to pick up some stuff for Charles for Christmas. So what I'm thinking is I want to make him just a big bag of options. I just don't know exactly what I want to put in it yet. So I just wrapped up my last day of a year contract, and I don't know how I feel. I think I'm sad. I'm feeling a bit contemplative, and I'm feeling a bit weird, but I really haven't fully processed how I feel, I guess. But we will decompress about this later. Goodbye. Okay. Will you wave to my vlog? See ya. I just want to make it very clear that it is currently 5:20 p.m. 5:20 p.m. and it looks like 10 o'clock. Look at the sky. It's pitch black. What is going on? I feel like daylight savings time has never been so dark in my life. It's crazy. Okay, so I'm home. And y'all are sliding. Y'all about to hit the dirt. Okay. I'm home, and I feel like this would be a good time to chat. Not the paper towel. This would be a good time to chat because I am having a lot of feelings, and I feel like I would love to share kind of just what's really going on with me and in my life and things like that in the vlog, because sometimes it's all visuals and it looks really nice, and I think that there needs to be a little bit more depth in what is real. So let me pull back the curtain. So earlier this week I was okay, I'm gonna vlog, and I'm gonna there are certain days I was gonna vlog, and I was it'd be really interesting to vlog my last few days at my previous company. But kind of as I got closer to it, and as I'm here now, at the tail end of my last day, I am having such a hard time really articulating my feelings as authentically as I would like to. I kind of feel a bit stuck in the midst of how I'm processing it. So I guess let me set the scene, right? So I have traditionally been a chef, and that was my job for the first 8 years of my adult life. Then I had always been doing graphic design and photography as a freelancer on the side, but I had never been full-time doing that. So I decided that I really wanted to be a full-time graphic designer, full-line marketing, and social media girl, because I just really like that type of content, and I indulge in a lot of that content. Now fast forward to really taking the plunge, leaving my day job in a cafe, a coffee shop, and going into theater design and marketing specifically. So for the last few years, I've been designated to theater graphic design, and that's just been my niche at this point. I applied for a fellowship here in New York. I'm originally from Texas, if you didn't know. Like, I don't know, like, it's literally around my neck. It's nothing really to boast about, but it's the truth. After moving to New York, I just decided, like, okay, I'm going to apply for this fellowship. It looked like a really cool thing. Got the fellowship, started the job. Worked at a Broadway design agency. And it was, like, the first time I'd ever worked at a creative agency, the first time I'd had, like, a full-time agency job and not, like, working with a nonprofit theater and being creative there. And my career has had a lot of really cool high points over the last year because my fellowship was a year long. And today was my last day working with this company. And initially my last day was supposed to be January 10th. Today is December 19th. But on December 9th of this month, I was informed that my last day would be the 9th or the 19th / the 20th. It was a surprise to me because I didn't realize that was going to be happening, but I feel as though I was the last to know. Over the course of this year, I have felt very forgotten about. I felt very on the back burner. I felt very second thought, if that. I've had to advocate for myself the entire year, express things to the parent company that is over my fellowship and also the company that I would work with day to day. It's two different entities. And I guess I just feel like I didn't get the true positive end that I was wanting, but at the same time, I feel like the ending that I got was very indicative of my experience. So without like literally sharing things that I guess maybe are like private or like not private to me, but like, you know, NDA privacy kind of stuff, I just overall feel very hollow. I feel emotional, like I could cry about it, and I probably will cry about it. But I guess I just expected to get more out of it than I did, and not necessarily like I didn't learn absolutely everything that I intended to, because I did. I'm way more proficient in a lot of systems than I was before, and I've learned a lot of really good best practices from this company. I've seen a lot of Broadway shows in the last year, and I would have never had the opportunity to see as many as I did and have those experiences because of the price point of Broadway. So I have no regrets on paper, but I guess in a way I find that the inclusivity that I experienced feels as though it was very performative, and it was kind of like someone told you to include me, so you did, and it really made me feel like I was regressing to like a high school kind of feeling, like you can't sit with us kind of feelings. Now I did make friends there, so it wasn't like every single person, but I mean like, you know, 3 out of 50, you know what I'm saying? Like the ratio is definitely like not super balanced. I feel as though I've made really good, deep relationships that I'm going to keep and I'm going to continue to like pour into, and I'm grateful for that. I guess I just feel like I wish I would have gotten more out of it, and I wish that it wasn't contingent on how extroverted I am in the office or how extroverted I am amongst other people or how like on display I can put myself. I just am not like that. I feel like when you actually talk to me, I am very like, oh really? Oh yeah, like I'm very like chatty, and I actually feel like I have to kind of wean myself down. I feel like I have to like hold myself back. I don't know what the phrase is. I feel like I have to hold myself back from being too chatty because I don't want to be the girl who's like talking too much, and I don't want it to like impede my work and like you make some weird like impression of me because I talk a lot, because I was like the girl who talked a lot in class and I got in trouble for that a lot. And so I've kind of like conditioned myself to talk a lot less because I don't want to have that kind of like reputation, I guess would be the word. But in corporate and even creative corporate, if you're not extroverted, you are not seen. You're like almost invisible. And I guess I feel like I felt that this entire time. I just felt that the entire time. And girl, even expressing this, like it kind of makes me sad for like the girl that I was when I started, and like what I expected to get out of it, and I guess kind of what I feel like has come up short for me. And I just You know, I just feel kind of sad about that, I guess. And it also leaves me very displaced, very unemployed, extremely unemployed. I'm used to being like a gig worker and like doing my own thing and like kind of compiling all of my opportunities into like making this kind of like very avant-garde job description for myself. And I guess I just feel like I'm barreling right back into that with exponentially more bills, exponentially more responsibilities, and that just wasn't what I wanted for myself. And I think that if I had thought, you know, more proactively and not been so unfortunately hopeful that I would continue on at this company, I would have maybe set myself up a little bit better. But I mean, there's nothing I can do about that now, and it kind of falls on me to like manage myself better at a job that I should have had appropriate management to do that thing. So that's where I'm at. I just wanted to share that with you because I think that I'm going to lean more into expressing like what my day-to-day looks like and how I'm really using my creativity and using my love for food to really like pacify this feeling and to really help me through this feeling, because I need it. I think that's what we do as creative people. We just really lean into that and really search for some understanding within our creativity. And so that's what I plan to do. And so that's really what's going on. So now let's figure out what we're eating for dinner, because that will certainly distract me, because there's a billion dirty dishes that I have to clean before I can even cook. So yeah.
Finish and pay.
We're in CVS getting some Celsiuses. Girl, why are 2 Celsiuses $7?
If you are finished scanning, please touch Finish and Pay.
Hurry up. Okay, so we're currently on a budget and I'm working on our meal plan, and I've saved us a lot of money recently.
Yeah.
But Charles doesn't ever want to eat leftovers. He will only eat them at best the first day that they're left over. But if it's day 2, they're rotten, dirty, nasty, and you go in the trash. Can you please explain to them why you're like this?
Let's check it. To be fair, I don't particularly enjoy leaving them either. So I eat all the food, so I don't really be leaving leftovers like that.
Right.
I'm making a portion, or if I make a large portion, then I'm eating a lot that day.
Right.
But I don't know. My family like leftovers, so they doesn't like it to.
So it's you. You're the problem.
I don't know if I say I'm the problem.
You're the problem.
I don't want no.
He's the problem. That's what I heard. Is that what y'all heard? That's what I heard.
I want to eat the same meal 15 days in a row.
It's not 15. It's like 2. And by the way, we're going to make dinner, but if the dinner is not filling enough, we've got leftover pasta.
Burger sliders and
so
pasta.
He can eat the pasta.
Chicken and broccoli pasta.
That's like a late night thing. It's like when you're hungry in the middle of the night, like that. Because we got Celsiuses, so we're gonna be up all night long. Oh way, that went crazy. This is why this game is 100 gigs. We're back in the city on our way to a show, and it's cold. Charles, how cold does it feel to you?
I can't even speak. It's so cold.
It's freezing. Okay, we're on our way to a show. We're currently in, this isn't the Tank, we're just like the Chain Theater. We're going to see a show that we got tickets to, and it's like a show about couples. Charles didn't tell me hardly anything.
I don't know.
He doesn't hardly know anything, actually. I guess that's really the problem. So, it's freezing. I brought some snacks with me because I'm hungry. Even though I ate nachos earlier. What?
Yeah, shake it there.
You gotta shake to get the heat? Oh, okay, shake then. Like a salt shaker. Are you shaking like a salt shaker?
Am I shaking it like a salt shaker?
I was working at City Theater. I think I curated something or other that short piece.